It's time to go balls deep.
The EA Sports College Football Headquarters podcast.
Yeah, buddy. Look at that. We got our shit together.
Yeah.
We're not
at least
a
getting it
professional.
together.
Yeah, not like everybody said.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. I'm Alan Gigax.
I'm Anthony Scafacci.
All right. And it is time to go balls deep.
Yep.
Thank you all for downloading another episode.
Yeah. Welcome back to Roll Room Studios.
That's
and
right.
Thank everybody for listening. We have a very special episode today. We have a guest.
Yep.
But before we get to our guest,
Call to action.
Yeah, call to action. We just want to remind everybody who is listening, who tunes into the podcast, to make sure to hit that follow button, subscribe button, rate the podcast. And if you need to get in touch with us, you could reach us at reachballsdeep@gmail.com.
Oh, that's a good call. All right, so we have today's sponsor is the He Held On Foundation. You guys already know the great work they do, helping the elderly achieve their bucket lists thanks to your generous financial donations.
All right, and today, a very special Just the Tip. We are going to have our guest, Connor Jenkins. He's a part of our Dad's League. He's on the headquarters. He is going to give us our tip. Connor, what is the tip of the day? Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. I forgot to turn the volume back up. Hold on. All right, so hey, Connor's tip is he is in our Dad's League, and I'll set him up just a little bit.
Okay.
He's in the Dad's League with us, the Al Bundy Dad's League, and he is like a master at recruiting.
Yes.
So who did you just land in the Dad's League?
I just landed the #1 overall recruit, first overall in the nation. He's a cornerback. It's my fifth 5-star this year. I think I've got
Oh my God.
the #1 position player for 4 different positions, and this is only my 3rd year with this team. We're
Dude,
kicking ass
with
in the
Liberty.
recruiting
Yeah,
field. It is insane.
so we'll get more into your recruiting prowess here in a bit, but what is a general recruiting tip that you could give to the audience?
A general recruiting tip I would say is definitely dive into the recruiting upgrades for your head coach. That is like the biggest thing you can do, but also knowing when to quit when it comes to a recruit. If you're not putting in those points and it keeps going up and you see the other team is getting more and more points per week, you got to know when to quit, pull the recruiting points off, put it towards the guy that wants to come there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a game of strategy, really.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good tip.
Yeah.
All
is.
right.
Don't cut your losses when you're behind
know
on a
when to
player.
fold them, as they say. So Connor has been with us in the Dad's League from day one. He was one of the guys, reached out, contacted me, was like, hey, I want to get in on this. And Connor, actually, though, are you a dad?
I am not. I'm only 24 years old.
You
I think I'm the
motherfucker.
youngest
This
in the league.
explains a lot. You know that, right? Yeah. So you.
I think it does.
The rest of us in the league could be Connor's
Yeah,
dad.
I could be
In fact,
Connor's dad.
There's no guarantee. You
It
can't
could
prove
be possible.
you
Yeah.
can't
Could be
prove we're
possible.
not your dad.
Yeah. Your mom ever been to Vegas?
I wouldn't know the answer to that, but
All right.
probably.
So anyway, so Connor got in to the league pretty quickly, was in there from the start, and you chose Liberty. Why Liberty?
Well, I chose Liberty because I had been playing college football revamped for the past 3 years, like many of you, and Liberty was not in it. And I wanted a team that I had not ever been able to use before, and I love their jerseys. And I will be honest, they had a very stacked team with Caden Salter at 92 overall quarterback and a 90 overall halfback. But
Wow, that helps.
it was mainly just a new team. And I've fallen in love with it, honestly. It's the most fun I've had in a league in my entire life.
Yeah, buddy, look at us doing the most fun league.
In year one of the Dad's League, Connor had, of us, I believe you had the #1 recruiting class out of all of us, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I mean, like, to the point where everyone hated Connor. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he got lots of hate.
They still hate me.
Yeah, right? And, like, he kind of became, like, the villain of the league based on his ability to recruit, but other people were winning more games. And
Yeah, sure. Like
my
your brother won the national
He didn't win the
championship.
national title in year one, but he made the playoffs in year one.
Yeah.
And he was the only one that made the playoffs in year one.
Right.
And me and Connor actually played in year one was it year 1 or year 2 that we played for the
Year
first time?
2 was the first game of
Yeah.
year 2, and I remember I was on remote play and I lost because all I could do was run because there was so much lag. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
well,
in
yeah.
Colorado.
yeah, I'm gonna say that it wasn't lag. He had a perfect connection.
Yeah, right.
And
You're
it's
just better than
yeah,
him.
he just came up with a limp after he lost to me, right?
I mean, when we played without remote play, I won. So
Yes, he did. He
Yeah.
did. We just recently played again, and we'll get to that a little bit later, because that was actually a really good game.
that great game.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, so anyway, so we had played in year 2,
Mhm.
and I was able to beat him in a bit of an upset because my team was not very good, and but I remember in that game specifically, he was running the ball a ton,
Sure.
and his running back was really good. But like by the third quarter, his running back had like 30 carries. His dude was
Oh,
like
yeah.
out of gas.
Wear and tear.
Yeah, wear and tear really caught up with him, and so like it really kind of mattered late in the game
Mhm.
when he couldn't get good yards out of that quarter or that running back anymore. So but anyway, so yeah, so Connor's been Liberty now with these recruited classes, and we are now reaching the end of year 3. Are you sticking with?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, my recruiting keeps better and better. I've got such a good class. I don't think I want to leave. I mean, I was 10-4 for the past 2 years, and right now I'm 7-3. I've won the conference championship each year. I feel like now that we're going to have a good quarterback with good wide receivers, and we have a whole new offense that's much more effective, passes more. I feel like I could make a run for the national championship next year if I stay here. So
Yeah.
Are you positioned to make the playoffs this year, or are you still are a little too far out?
I am too far out. I have 3 losses, but 2 of them are to 2 undefeated teams, and the other one is ranked. So
Yeah, that's like I've lost all my computer or my player games this year. I played 4.
yeah,
I lost all of them, 3 of which I got blown out, and then the one close game with him.
Right.
And dude, I mean, it was disheartening to say the least. But dude, my quarterback is so fucking bad. Oh my god,
Dude.
he's
Yeah,
we
it's
recently
tough.
did QB rankings.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Connor did the QB ranking.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things Connor does for our league is he puts out these rankings. That like the most recent one was where he listed every starting quarterback in our league that the players use just by overall. And I'm proud to say my Hawaii quarterback came in last place, baby. I am starting a 75 overall
My
quarterback.
guy's worse than that. He's a 72.
Then maybe I don't know. I know
Yeah.
my guy was last
Yeah,
though.
my guy's fucking terrible.
Dude, maybe
Yeah.
it's with your minuses. You know, like when you're playing, you know, you get the pluses and minuses for your
No,
coaches
I
or whatever.
did count in like the overall boosts that the
Okay.
players get. I didn't just go off base, so that
There you
could
go.
be it.
Your guy must get
Yeah,
boosted
I get
above.
boost because I'm a technician.
Oh, you're a tactician.
Yeah, the
I'm a
tactician.
recruiter.
Yeah.
Obviously not a recruiter like Connor's a recruiter. Because, dude, in Hawaii, the only thing I have going for me is
Is
campus
poi.
lifestyle.
Yeah, can't.
I got an A+ on campus lifestyle, and like that's it.
Yeah, dude.
So, what does Liberty have that players seem to want?
I think it is just championship contender, coach contender.
Oh, coach
I
prestige.
could check
Yeah,
right now. I think it mainly is just
it's based on
sustained
how you've
success.
played. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
that
playing
is the
style.
most
And I mean,
attractive thing. Yeah.
we have a decent campus lifestyle, stadium atmosphere. Our academic prestige is probably pretty bad, but I think we've got middle of the road on everything. But just my success has kind of brought them in.
Yeah. So it goes to show you that, you know, what Connor's doing is mainly the result of being good on the sticks and having successful strategy. It's not like you stepped in with all these advantages.
No,
No, and that was the point of the Dad's League,
Yeah.
is that we were all going to start with these low level, like 1.5 star teams. And man, Connor's really made a go of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the record hasn't quite reflected the
Sadly.
talent level yet, but I mean, dude, that influx of a talent that he's
Right.
gonna
That's
have,
going to take its.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
dude, it's sooner or later that stuff's kicking in when you just got like ballers everywhere. It's gonna help.
Yep.
Now, do you get are you doing like quality and not so much quantity? So are there still holes on the team?
yeah. So I tend to go quality over quantity, because there's always going to be 3 stars available at the end of the year, regardless.
Mhm.
Yep.
So when I need to fill holes, I can go in there, I can scout, I can find some gems. So the past 2 years, my recruiting class wasn't the top until the very end because I went full quality and then filled it up the rest, and it jumps it.
Okay, so why don't you walk us through a little bit? You don't have to give us,
even that
all
right
the
there is a
secrets.
really good strategy.
Yeah, well, I try to kind of top load the guys I'm going after as well, like my top 10 guys. But what's like your strategy? Do you like just focus on 5 guys, 8 guys? What is kind of the main like driving force of your ability to recruit?
So it depends on how much recruiting points I have each year, but I generally have about 3 guys at a time that are just at the top of my board, 3 to 5 guys that I will put full points into. Then I'll have like the next tier that'll get like 20 each, and then I'll have 5 on a few guys, and the rest have nothing.
Okay. And so
I'll
how
just
many
kinda-
deep do you go? Like 20 guys, 15 guys?
I mean, I have a full board, but
Yeah, but how
as
many
of
are getting points?
points-wise, I think I go probably 20 guys. Right now, I'm almost every guy's on the board has points because it's near the end of the year. But
Yeah, sure. You start throwing
And some are
points
just
on.
getting a trickle. Yep.
yeah.
Dude.
Okay, and so I try kind of, but my guy, because I'm a tactician.
Yep.
I only get around 400 points,
Yeah, that makes it tougher.
and so yeah, like I can only really like put 50 points on like one guy, and then after that it has to drop down to like 25 or 30, and otherwise, man, it's
Well, I think what Connor's saying, though,
Yeah.
is if you got 400 points, take 6 guys, put 50 points on all 6 of those, and then maybe 4 more guys put 25 points on.
yeah. I mean,
And
that
then you
may
got
be
That's what I
10.
did my first season.
that
Yeah.
may
My
be what I
first
have to
season
do
when I had, like,
because. Go ahead.
in my first season when I had about 400, 600 points, that's pretty much what I did. I
Right.
put it on 6 guys and just waited to see how it played out.
Yeah, dude, that's the move. I obviously that's working for you. So what players do you have now that you're excited about, that you've recruited and you're like, oh, I can't wait to see how this guy develops?
Well, I got the number 1 quarterback in the nation. He's the 10th ranked player in the nation.
God.
The number 1 outside linebacker in the nation. He's 32 ranked in the nation. The number 1 right tackle, who is 12th in the nation. The number 1 strong safety, who's a gem, who's 5th in the nation.
Dude.
And the number 1 overall recruit, who is a cornerback. And then I've got a couple of 4 stars, 66, 248, 199.
Oh, my God.
And then I've got the number 2 right tackle who hasn't committed just yet. He visited against Buffalo, but he's 18th in the country. But I think we're going to grab him.
That's some bullshit. Those people should be going to Hawaii.
Yeah,
At least the tackles.
Yeah,
Because
right.
that's what I focus on. Like all my shit's put into like offensive and defensive line. And I have gotten, like this year, I've gotten some 4-star offensive linemen that are really going to help.
Like you signed him already?
Yeah.
fuck
Oh,
you,
yeah.
dude.
Dude, you got to focus. Well, we're both recruiter,
Yeah, I'm not.
archetype.
So
Yeah.
and I'll tell you, in hindsight, it probably would have been best to just
Well,
go
so
with that.
Connor, let me ask you this, because my feeling is if you're going to play with bad teams, then you have to start as a recruiter because you got to build up
Absolutely.
the team. And then as you get better and your team starts filling up and recruiting gets easier, then you can start putting points into other things like tactician.
Every single dynasty I've started as a recruiter, especially on worse teams, because
Right.
you've just got to build that up first, and then you can move over to. My next upgrade after recruiter is in motivator, so that I can get that off-season training bonus for players,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
then I
yeah.
go from there.
Yeah,
Right.
so yeah, I went tactician
Tactician,
and
yeah.
now motivator,
Okay.
but this
And that's why your recruiting is garbage.
well, but see, I'm gonna fix that this year
Uh.
because what I'm gonna do is when we get to conference championship week, I'm firing my cocksucking motivator guys who don't do any goddamn good for me,
Right.
and I'm gonna hire recruiters
Okay.
to bolster so that this way I
Right.
get a little bit of fucking help here. Because, dude, I'll tell you, the problem is that I don't have Coach Camilla at Buffalo showing off her fucking starfish to get these 17-year-old,
Yeah, that's what you need.
kids to the school.
Right.
Dude, yeah, we made errors. Mistakes were made, okay? Mistakes were made.
Right.
So Connor, so now this year, do you have any player games left, like head-to-heads?
I think I have either 1 or 2. I think I play. Luckily, I have the game up right now, so I can look at my schedule. I think I play 1 more user game and 1 more AI game.
Okay.
Oh,
And
no,
who's
it's
the user
both
game
AI
against?
games, Jacksonville State and Florida International. So that should be 2 easy wins.
Jacksonville
Oh,
State.
dude,
actually,
shots
yeah,
fired.
shots fired. We gotta make sure we
I
mention
mean,
that to him.
Jacksonville State has done great now since our friend got fired, which is
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's one of the
Unbelievable.
teams that, yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, okay, so then now let's talk about me and him played this year.
Yeah. Tell us
Okay,
about
this
the
game we played just a week ago on Tuesday. I think we played it. Might have
Okay.
been Thursday. I don't know. But
It doesn't matter.
yeah, we
Thursday,
played.
I think.
Okay, and going into that game, I knew I had some issues because the talent level there's a difference. Plus, I was going into his house, but because I was able to win that first game, I felt like I have some confidence here. I might be able to steal one if I can get on top of him early,
Mhm.
and then I can run the ball a lot more. And so that didn't happen. Right?
Okay.
We went down, we traded field goals. He fucking dings one off the upright.
Ah, nice.
Right?
Hey,
Yeah.
was this in Buffalo or in Liberty?
No, this was in Liberty.
Okay.
Which I just found out's in Virginia. Go
Yeah,
figure,
yeah.
right?
yeah, Blacksburg, Virginia. I learned that this year too.
No,
Yeah,
there you
so
go.
so anyway, so it's but it's a close game. It's 3-3. I'm like, I'm into this game, right? But then, he got out in front. He got up and it was 17-3 before I was able to finally get things going late in the second half, in like the end of the third quarter, early fourth.
Right. And Connor, are you still primarily a running team?
No, so I did since my quarterback was going to the draft, he was run heavy, even though he could pass. But now that I have receivers, I decided to move to Georgia's offense since I've got a mid quarterback, but with great receivers. So I've moved to heavy passing this year with running too.
Gotcha.
A lot of dink and dunk kind of safety valve type of passes.
Right,
Yeah,
like
so-
the old West Coast type offense.
Yeah, so
pretty
he was
much.
basically hitting me over the middle with one. I think it was the same receiver. Must have caught like 6 or 7 passes against me,
Yeah.
It was a tight end.
or it was a tight end. Yeah,
Everyone hates him.
I thought I was playing him pretty solid defensively. The game was, like I said, it was really pretty well fought game, and it came down to I had a bad holding call that went against me on a play.
It was
I
revenge
picked
for
him
last
off
year.
twice, including like one in the end zone. He picked me off like immediately after I picked him off. It was a really back and forth game.
Mhm.
And so it winds up, he actually forced a fumble on me early in maybe the second quarter or whatever. And so anyway, like the game I thought was like, I'm not going to win this game, but then it got really, really close down the stretch. And late in the game, I'm driving with no timeouts, like under a minute to go.
You're within one score?
Yes, if I
Okay.
score, I tie it,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
Unless you got balls and you go for 2.
I would have just
You'd have
tied
played
it.
for overtime.
Yeah, I would have
Okay.
played for overtime
Fucking
on the road.
pussy.
Right? Actually, I still probably would have played for overtime.
Yeah,
on the road.
probably.
But anyway, so dude, and I'm driving, and my quarterback that game had a decent amount of time, and so anyway, late in the game, I'm maybe at like the 25 or 30-yard line. I throw it. My best receiver catches it. And I don't know, his guy, I think, shot my guy, right? I think I saw in the animation, he pulled out like a little fucking 9mm and he shot my guy in the chest twice. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because he's dead now. So
Yeah.
that guy died.
Okay.
And he fumbled. And so the game
yeah.
ends on a fumble after being shot twice,
You know,
right?
he's
Good old Urban Meyer strats.
Yeah.
yeah. He's not like the legend from He Held On.
No,
where
yeah.
he held on even when he died.
he did not hold on.
No, he sure didn't.
And and the game ends on a fumble.
Oh.
And I mean, I think that was the literal last play, but he might have downed the ball one time after that or something.
Yeah, I had like 10 seconds left, so I kneeled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a hell of a game.
Dude.
And now next year, I'd like to, hopefully I don't think we're going to be in the same tier, but maybe, and we'll do a third game.
Oh, the
But
rubber
this time
match.
it's fucking at Buffalo.
Get a rivalry
dude,
going.
and this time Connor has to vow to go back to doing a remote
Yeah,
play.
well, I'm gonna make sure that he goes camping in the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
long before
Yeah.
we get ready to play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, use like a 1980s cell phone to connect to the internet.
A fucking
yeah.
hanger in a tree. That's it. Yeah, you got to just make it work, man. That's all.
Ah, good
So-
time. Hey, I want to ask, since we don't get to talk to young people or what we would consider young people now. So, Connor, how does your schedule, like, do you have like a live-in girlfriend or are you living a bachelor life or what?
So I have a girlfriend, but I live alone right now in my own apartment. So I
Keep-
do have a little bit more time,
Dude.
but I'm also a full-time student, and
That's the
I have
fantasy.
one
It's not even like being
so
in,
it's-
like when you describe that, You know, there's still a part of me that fantasizes about having a girlfriend who's also in her 20s, and that's great. Yeah. But the bigger part of me fantasizes about just having my own place and having, you know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Living that. Oh,
dude,
my God.
Yeah.
So that means that, like, when you get home from work, you could just play a game if you want to.
Oh, my dude. You know what
I
that
pretty
would
much
be like?
do, yeah.
Oh,
dude,
I
haven't had that life in 20 years.
Dude, I could jerk off to that.
Finish to the thought.
Yeah.
Of
just coming home and there's
time.
nobody there.
Oh,
and
my
I could
God.
just do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that's fucking glorious.
Yeah, we could all be so lucky.
Yeah, we should all be so lucky. That's right.
Right. So Connor, so now we're getting ready to go into the end here. We're getting ready to do our final sponsor in a little bit. We got a couple minutes. You know, you have been in our dad's league. So you said earlier this is the best league you've been in. Why?
It's just consistent. I mean, it's competitive, but it's not too like, you know, like just bullshit
Sweats.
hard. Yeah.
What are sweats? What is that?
Sweats are like the people who think that
going for 4th down and 4 and 12.
Yeah,
okay.
or they think that like if they win this game, Auburn's about to call them and they're going to get like the offensive coordinator position at Auburn because they won this game.
Okay.
And
there's none of that in the dad's league.
Yeah, no. We're talking about the people who, you know, they sweat while they're playing. That's where the name, they're trying so hard, they're sweating.
Right. And so Connor, when you play against the rest of us, do you have the audio on, like the, you know, where you can talk to people?
Yeah, I do, but my microphone doesn't like to work, so sometimes I talk, sometimes I don't.
Okay.
It's kind of in between. I know when I played you in my bowl game.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did play against you. Yeah, and I thought you were just giving me the cold shoulder the whole time.
No, I was talking the whole time and my microphone just wasn't working.
Okay, yeah.
Are you in any other leagues currently?
I've joined 2 leagues with one guy that started one in here, and then I'm in the Side Chick League with the University of Florida.
Yeah, the Side Chick League, though, is another dad's league.
Right, it's like a spinoff.
Yeah, just like a spinoff so we could fuck around a little bit better teams. It's even more casual in terms of like advancement, things like that.
Anthony, are you also in the Side Chick League?
Yeah.
What team do you use?
I'm using Arizona, but like things are not going well. I keep fucking with a new playbook to try different things that I'm not doing in the normal dad's league. And it is absolutely not working.
So Connor, how far are you from Liberty surpassing Florida in terms of like the talent that you have? Or you're probably crushing it with Florida too, aren't you?
Well, the Side Chick League is still in the first season, but I will say SEC players are an entirely different animal.
Well,
that makes sense.
And in the Side Chick League, Jesus has taken the wheel. We don't do any recruiting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It is.
Oh, because the idea is you're just moving along. It's about playing.
Yeah, it's just more about playing, and
all
the recruiting is done
by the computer.
It is horrific.
I
think I don't even know if I have people on my board. I don't even look at it. I haven't looked at it in weeks.
I've gotten like 1 4-star, and that's it.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna at the end of the season. I'm just gonna see what I get. That's my plan.
Dude,
so
that's fun.
Yeah.
And will you guys let the computer do your cuts too?
No,
or
it's just the recruiting.
Transfers. I mean, okay.
Yeah, it's just the recruiting. After that, we can take over
the
and do
off
what we
season
want.
stuff.
So,
You do whatever. Yeah.
So all right. So in the other league, though, we have like 1 or 2 minutes before we got to get to our sponsor. In the other league, how are you doing?
In the
I'm
side
doing
chick.
okay.
Not side chick.
Oh no.
The
In
other
the league
league
that we're not
that
in.
has nothing to do with us.
So I have Miami, and it's like a 2-day advance. I'm doing pretty good. I just joined. I was undefeated before I joined. Miami was, and I've gotten 2 losses so far. So I'm doing good in recruiting, but it's kind of the same old. I blow some big games here and there.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Being in multiple leagues is hard because you have to like shift your brain almost. Like now I'm in a different league with a different team, and what is this team good at versus the other one? And
that's true.
It actually makes it a lot tougher. All right, hey Al, do we have a sponsor? Do we have?
Of course, we have a sponsor. We're a successful major podcast.
We are a successful podcast.
Today's sponsor is the Milkman Fertility.
Milkman Fertility Group?
Yes. Specializing in at-home fertility services. Are you having difficulty starting a family? Are your husband's swimmers lacking in number or in enthusiasm? The Milkman... Dude, how many kids? You got one kid.
I got 3, bro. And 2 dogs. And a cat.
Yeah, but how many of those came out of your dick juice?
1.
Yeah, one. And how old are
Well,
you? You're almost 50.
Yeah.
Fuck, you are 50.
Yeah.
And
But,
you've only managed to make one kid.
well, that I know of.
Dude, maybe the milkman could have helped.
Yeah, I could be Connor's dad.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. We could all count Connor. Like in what was it, Nightmare on Elm Street, that Freddy Krueger's mom was like,
She got
Connor,
ran
cover
through.
cover your ears for this. Freddy Krueger's mom was like gang raped in the mental hospital.
Yeah.
And so Freddy Krueger was the bastard son of 1,000 men.
Yes.
Yeah, so that could be Connor.
Okay. All right. Go on.
Okay. The milkman can help. We're America's first full-service, in-home fertility company. For a surprisingly reasonable fee, we'll show up at your home and implant only the highest quality seed. The milkman aims to make your fertility treatment as convenient as it is affordable. We'll provide your treatment right in the comfort of your own bedroom, or in the living room, or on the kitchen table, or for maximum convenience, even in the back seat of your car.
Flexibility is a big plus here.
It is.
Yeah.
Call the milkman. He always delivers the freshest cream.
All right. I want to thank everyone for listening today. I want to thank Connor for coming on to the show. Thank you, Connor. And I want to thank you for the ratings that you do, because that does improve.
It does.
the
Dude, it
league.
really
makes
adds something
things
to the league.
more fun when we get to see these.
I gotta
things.
make another one soon. I'm
Yeah, you better
lacking
get
this
the
year.
fuck on that. So, yeah.
Yep.
But for everybody out there in the Balls Deep Nation.
There you go.
Yeah,
The
for
sack. What do you mean, the sack? Yeah.
But I always wanted to have a nation, and now we have one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but from everybody in the sack, right? I am Anthony Scafacci.
I'm Alan Gigax.
And Connor Jenkins, we are out.